Dunkin' Donuts on Sunrise Highway in Bohemia, I wouldn't have made it here tonight. No, but seriously, all joking aside, we would really like to say thank you to our instructors, Mr. Orfeld, Mr. Devine, all of our guest lecturers throughout the year, all of our laboratory instructors, and our clinical preceptors. We'd also like to say thank you very much to everybody that's here. As has been said several times, we would not have made it out the door. We would have been in a fetal position in our beds after about the first week. And as much as tonight is a celebration of our accomplishments, it's also to show all of you that those missed family events, the meals, the lack of sleep, our countless hours of studying, actually are worth something. I don't know if this has been said tonight, but it's been a long 10 months. We've spent many, many hours per week together, and in that amount of time spent together, some dark secrets start to come out. And I'm going to share mine. In the interest of disclosure, I'll share mine with you guys tonight. As a child, I was a Wizard of Oz fanatic. My parents are here, they'll tell you I watched the Wizard of Oz almost every single day, some days more than once. But it's interesting because the Wizard of Oz isn't entirely unlike this paramedic class has been. Our road wasn't of yellow brick, it was the pavement of the Long Island Expressway as we drove to our clinical rotations several days a week. We had a very interesting cast. Anybody who rode Brookdale at 3 o'clock in the morning knows that you meet some pretty interesting characters. At times our life felt colorless at the end of cardiology when we just ground along, but finally we've graduated and it's very colorful now. And we've re-entered the world of light. And at times we were more tired than Dorothy and her friends when they were trouncing through that poppy field. And the similarities even go as far as to provide us with 2 wicked witches. No, the most striking note is what it took to travel this road. It is interesting. Everybody remembers the 3 things at the end of the movie. And for many of us, it took this program to bring those 3 things out. We all had it inside of us, but it took 10 long months for us to get here. And we'll go through them. Brains. Anybody that's tried to pass one of Paul's tests knows that it takes serious brains to make it through this program. Courage. The courage to enter unknown situations and face them with dignity and professionalism, as we all did. We entered other people's ambulances, other people's homes, and we followed in some fantastic footsteps. And it took courage to blaze our own paths through this. And heart. I don't even need to explain this one, because if you look at the front row here, you see some pretty big hearts, and there's no question that this class took a lot of heart. Some interesting facts about Paramedic Class 18. We failed a whole bunch of times. We failed a lot. Quizzes, exams, skills, techniques. We found new and inventive ways to fail. We blew countless IVs, and we're told you blew it several more times than that. But as I said before, we had the courage to get back up on the proverbial horse and try again. And on top of failing, we succeeded. We did learn from our mistakes, and we beat the odds hundreds of times. Some calculations, we drove over 20,000 miles to New York City clinical rotations alone. We volunteered as a group a total of 10,000 hours to our hospital and other clinical rotation sites. We were present for traumas, cardiac arrests, heart attacks, childbirths, had a front row seat to the very best and worst days of people's lives. Throughout the paramedic program, one question that we all asked is, what makes a good paramedic? Right? Everybody asked, how am I going to do well in this class? And we got all sorts of answers. But there was one common theme, and that was that the people you meet are better for having had you there. Using this criteria, I am very proud and confident to say that using this qualification, the class of 2009 will make excellent paramedics. I'd like to finish with something that the Class 18 heard the very first day of class. We were given countless assignments throughout the year, and somebody would inevitably ask the magic question. We all knew the answer, but somebody had to ask it anyway. Looking back on it, the answer to this question takes on a whole new meaning. We thought it meant that the assignment was going to count towards our grade. But I'm going to actually turn it over to the class to finish this for us. We started it together, and here we are. We're all finishing together. Class 18, is this going to count?
Yes.
Thank you. That's right. For those of you who didn't hear, everything counts. And that was what we were told time and time again, is that everything counts. Every assignment matters. Everything will count towards your grade. More importantly, everything is counted to getting us to this point. Not only having passed the program, but past becoming good paramedics. Thank you very much. And so I graciously agreed. She wrote this down. She didn't let me look at it. I'd like to thank, thanks. I'd like to thank myself, Thomas Durkin, on behalf of the entire class for putting together a great speech and taking the time to add a personal touch to our graduation class. Thank you very much. Julie and Kate, they were pretty integral in putting together these things. All of us got shirts, which Julie and Mike worked extraordinarily hard on, and Kate helped us a great deal with putting together our gift for the class. So if you wouldn't mind just giving this to the instructors. Thank you guys very much.